Just want to take a moment to appreciate the stillness. Birds chirping, frogs croaking. I love it. It's very peaceful. Car horns in the background. It's very peaceful. Love this time of year. Hello everyone. Welcome back to Dutchman's. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about leaves. As you can see behind me, there's plenty of them here. The best time of year has arrived. It's autumn time. With autumn comes the cooler temperatures, the beautiful scenery, and of course, a lot of leaves. Now, these particular leaves that I'm going to be collecting, or have already collected, are from the big leaf maple. It's a native to Washington State. They're really beautiful. But they always drop their leaves very early, which is convenient for me because then it means I could collect them. So every once in a while you'll see some of them that have blotches on them. This is more than likely a fungus. I wouldn't really worry too much about it. Every little tree, it's going to have its own thing. I wouldn't collect leaves from like a peach leaf curl, from peaches, the peach leaf curl leaves, or anything that's like really obviously badly damaged. But something like this, it's not a problem. So the way to use these leaves, you can do it in a couple different ways. It's a good carbon for your compost pile. Another way to use it would be for bedding for your worms. Now ideally you shred this because, you know, the surface area of something like this compared to when it's shredded up is obviously going to be much greater, and the higher surface area will make it decompose a lot quicker. So if you're wanting the soil faster, then you'd want to shred it. And there's a couple ways you can do that. You know, you can do just a wood chipper, probably would do it. I'm sure those can handle leaves. And also, probably the easiest and most accessible way to do that would be to just mow over it with your lawnmower. Now that's pretty accessible for a lot of people, so I think that would probably be the easiest way. Another way that you can also do this is to just let your leaves sit for a while. They'll break down eventually and they'll turn into something that's called leaf mold. Not mold as in mold that you'd find on food, but M-O-U-L-D, mold. And it's essentially just a leaf compost, and it's one of the best things you can do for your soil. There's many different good bases for your soil, but leaf mold is definitely one of them because it already has nutrients in it. It's very fluffy, it's very good structure for your soil. So it's an easy one, it's a free one, it's accessible. You know, especially this time of year. I wouldn't necessarily recommend that you go around defoliating your entire tree, but this is something that is available and easy to use. So the way that I'm going to be using it personally is every year I do this, I just mulch with it in my containers to kind of top them off back with organic matter and then just soil. And since it's accessible, I use that. You do want to weigh this down with something though, ideally like logs or like a heavier chunk mulch would be really good. Anything like that, just to kind of prevent the wind from blowing it all away. So this is basically my compost container, even though there's a couple tomatoes in there. I want to mulch it up so it keeps the fruit flies down. As you can probably tell, there's quite a few fruit flies because it's out in the open. Makes sense. Covering it up will prevent that from happening. And that does it. Alright, so this is my raspberry I'm going to mulch. I decided to use some banana peels in here as well, because why not? And the back is already done, so I'm just going to do the front technically is already done. I'm just going to do the back real quick. I like to grab the leaves and make like a ball out of it, so I can really stuff it in there. I'm just gonna put the heavier elements on top to keep it all down. Alright, that'll do it. That's what I'm going to be doing with this. I hope it helps out. I appreciate you watching and consider subscribing. We'll see you in the next one. Tot de volgende keer.